You guys, welcome back to King Oles. Argentina have won the World Cup by beating France on penalties. And yeah, the actual game did end Argentina 3, France 3. But yeah, Argentina do win 4-2 on penalties, and one absolute bloody joke. Bloody France were on those penalty shootout. I mean, honestly, what a game Kylian Mbappe had for France, of course. And, obviously I'm gutted because, people who do watch this channel on a regular basis will know I don't exactly like Messi, and I am a Ronaldo fan. But yeah, I am gutted, to be fair. I am very gutted, but I guess, fair play to Argentina. They did play well today, so yeah, you do need to give them the credit. They did play well, but I'm absolutely gutted, and honestly, I just feel let down by France. I mean, I just don't have a bloody clue what they were bloody thinking at times in that game. I really don't. I know. I mean, France. I mean, fair play to them for being able to turn it around again, I guess. But then obviously they really did fuck it up on the penalty side of things. But I'm absolutely gutted for Mbappe, because obviously he worked really hard to get this win, and his players just let him down. So yeah, just all of the players around Kylian Mbappe just let him down today. So yeah, you need to feel sorry for Kylian Mbappe. So yeah, because just everyone just let him down. Just everyone let him down today, and yeah, I'm absolutely gutted, to be fair. I'm absolutely gutted that that France weren't able to win that game, and that Messi has won a World Cup before Ronaldo, and Ronaldo probably won't ever win a World Cup. That's probably Messi's last ever World Cup game. But yeah, I just can't believe it. Yeah, I am pretty pissed off, to be fair. I am annoyed. I am annoyed that Argentina won that game. Simple as. And I just, the thing is, which really did annoy me, France they fought back so well, and they absolutely throw it away on the bloody penalty shootout. It's a joke. I mean, honestly, for the first 80 minutes of that game, it's like they didn't even want to bloody be there. And the thing which also does frustrate me is I know for a fact France have better players than Argentina. France are a better side than Argentina. They have much better players than Argentina do, France. But they just still throw it away. They're better players. But I just feel like the Messi factor for Argentina I feel like it's just the game changer. But yeah, honestly, I think if it wasn't for Kylian Mbappe today, France wouldn't have even really got going if it wasn't for Mbappe. I just feel like Mbappe was the only player who. I just feel like that Mbappe was the only player who really wanted to actually be there. Mbappe looked like he was the only player who actually wanted to be there for France today. And apart from that, it didn't really look like anyone else could actually be asked to be there, to be fair. So yeah, it was pretty disappointing to see from wanting France to win. It was a pretty disappointing performance from them. If I'm being completely honest with you, it was a very disappointing performance from France for the first 80 minutes of that game. Then they did pick up, and then Kylian Mbappe was able to score 2 extra goals. But yeah, apart from that, I just feel like France just weren't good enough today. Really, for the majority of that game, they weren't really that good. If I'm being honest, so yeah. They were pretty poor at times. They were really, honestly, pretty poor at times, France. And, I don't know. I just feel like there was big issues in that side today. I just don't know what happened for the first 80 minutes, because I feel like if France were going, I feel like if France just went for it from the off, then they probably, in my opinion, could have won that game if they actually just went for it from the start. But no, of course they didn't. Of course they couldn't be bloody arsed to go for it from the starting whistle. I don't know why. But yeah, they should have just gone for it from the start, but they didn't. So yeah, pretty disappointing to see. To be fair. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Is this it for the French manager as well, though? Is the French manager going to walk away from the? Is he going to walk away from the job? I don't know. I think it'll certainly will be interesting to see if he does or what's next for the French manager, of course, after today. That'll definitely be interesting to see, in my opinion, what is next for the manager. But yeah, I'm honestly absolutely gutted. To be fair, that France were unable to win. I'm absolutely gutted that they lost today, and yeah, I just feel like honestly they should have gone for it from the off, because if they went from it from the off, then they would have won that game. To be fair, they honestly would have won that game if they just went for it from the start. But to me, yeah, it just didn't look. I mean, yeah, I mean to everyone, it looks like yeah they didn't really go for it from the start of the game. So yeah, it's pretty disappointing to see. That to be fair, France just oh no, they just didn't. Yeah, but yeah, as I was saying, if they went for it and they're playing with the intensity they were for those last couple of minutes of the game, then yeah, they would have won that game. But yeah, again, I just don't know why they weren't up to standard in those first couple of minutes of that. Well, for the first 80 or so minutes of that game, France were nowhere near up to standard, and I do not have a bloody clue why. I don't have a clue what they were doing. I don't have a bloody clue what France were doing and why they weren't up to the standards that they should have been. I honestly cannot tell you. I'm so disappointed with it. To be fair, I'm honestly so disappointed with the France performance today. I'm absolutely gutted. To be fair, that Messi's actually won the World Cup. They've honestly let me down. They've honestly let me down. They've let. I mean, especially like they let the whole country down as well, because honestly, like I just don't know, but they just didn't really seem right today. Mbappe seemed like the only player for France who actually wanted to be there and wanted to win today, really. Apart from that, literally hardly any of those Play Argentina players looked. No, not sorry, hardly any of those Play France players. It didn't really look like any of them even Play wanted to be there. To be fair, so that's something which really that is something which really did frustrate me today, to be fair, just throughout watching that game. Because as we know, if France played up to the standards that, we know they can actually play at, then, they would have won that game if they played like how we've been watching them for the majority of this tournament. If they actually could be asked to turn up. But nah, Kylian Mbappe was the only player who wanted to be there. So yeah, huge respect to Kylian, and that is why I like Kylian, because he always is. He's always there. He's always wanting to turn up to these big fixtures and actually play well. But apart from Kylian Mbappe, it didn't really look like anyone else could be asked to be there. To be fair, it did not look like hardly any of them wanted to be there. So yeah, really disappointing to see. But yeah, guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would, of course, mean a lot if you could drop a like on the stream and subscribe. But yeah, honestly, I'm absolutely gutted with how they played today. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to our player ratings and all just quick, of course. So yeah, Hugo Lloris in goal. None of the goals were really his fault today. He did his job, peaking at 6. Hugo Lloris, fair play. I thought he made some decent saves today, to be fair to him. And yeah, I thought he did pretty well. I thought Hugo Lloris did pretty well today. None of the goals were really his fault, and he did make some good crucial saves at times in that game. So fair play to Lloris. I think he was a player who also looked like he wanted to be there. To be fair, he was a player. Him and Mbappe were the only two that actually looked like they wanted to be there. So yeah, Lloris gets a 6 though. Koundé, he was absolutely shocking today, in my opinion. Koundé, he was absolutely shocking. He was winding me up watching him today. He was shocking. Koundé, he can get a 3. I thought he was absolutely awful today. To be fair, Koundé, he was winding me up. He just messing around at times. Honestly, I just nah. Yeah, Koundé can get a free. Can't be asked talking about him because he's really taking the piss throughout that game. Varane, he can get a 5. I don't think you can really give either any of the defense really a high rating due to the amount of goals that both defenses conceded today. So yeah, you can't really give them too much of a high rating. Make sure you guys, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It would be good if you could. Who's next? Upamecano. He can get a 4 today. I thought he's pretty. Actually, no, he can get a 5. He was a bit poor at times, but other times he did look pretty good. So fair play, I guess. Sometimes he was good. Sometimes he was a bit sloppy at the back. But yeah, he did make a good crucial block in the last remaining moments of the game. In extra time, should I say? So yeah, fair play to him on that. Koundé, fair play. He did make some last minute good tackles. Who's next? Hernandez. Yeah, I think a 5's fair for him. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't exactly his best performance, but yeah, he was, of course, going for it during that game. But yeah, I've seen better from him. That's all I'll say. I've seen him play better than how he did. To be fair, Hernandez, but yeah, he wasn't exactly bad. Tchouaméni, what can he play? Get a 5. I mean, it was a bloody awful penalty he took. Bloody hell. That was absolutely. It was an absolutely shocking penalty. He's let me down, Tchouaméni. It was an awful penalty. It was an absolutely awful penalty. So yeah, I am annoyed. So I am actually going to be basing him on that. So he can get a 4 because the awful penalty. If you just want a normal match performance from how he played just during the match, then I'll tell you it would be a 5. But because of that absolutely awful penalty he took, which has really got me in a bad mood, he can have a 4. Actually, can have a 3. To be fair, I think it'd be a bit too harsh on him to give him a 2. But yeah, he can have a 3 because of that absolutely awful penalty. One of the worst penalties I've seen this whole tournament, apart from Harry Kane's. But yeah, honestly, I've seen some bad penalties in this whole tournament, and that was one of the bloody worst. I mean, why was he even taking a penalty? I do not even know. Okay, but yeah, he was pretty poor in my opinion. To be fair, Rabiot can get a 5. I don't even think he should have started. I don't really like him. To be fair, I don't like Rabiot. Ousmane Dembele, yeah, he got brought off after I played 40 minutes, didn't he? He can get a he can get a 3, and yeah, I think that's definitely a fair rating for him. He can get a 3. He looked absolutely awful in my opinion, Ousmane Dembele. To be fair, just throughout that game, I think he didn't really look up to it. Let's be real, he didn't exactly look up for. I know Ousmane Dembele. I know he didn't really look like he wanted to be there. If I'm honest with you, and he was honestly one of the worst players on that whole pitch. No, he was the worst player on the pitch today whenever he was on. Like, he did absolutely nothing good whatsoever today, which is being an absolute clown just throughout that game, just winding me up watching it. My word, he was awful. Who's next? Griezmann, he can get a 5. He was brought off during that game, but yeah, Griezmann can get a 5. He was pretty poor though, to be fair. Then we do, of course, get like Kylian Mbappe. I think he deserves. I think he deserves a 9. I think he was fantastic throughout that game. Mbappe. Yeah, I thought Mbappe was absolutely fantastic, to be fair. I thought he's played fantastic. Kylian Mbappe gets a 9. Man of the match by far, in my opinion. He scored a hat-trick. I know 2 of them were penalties, but just the amount of fight that he did show just throughout that play game was just fantastic to see from him. And, he's a real great generational talent, as we all know. And he's definitely the future GOAT, 100%. He's an absolute baller. And, yeah, I'm sure there will be more World Cups to come for Kylian Mbappe. And yeah, I'm absolutely gutted for Mbappe, to be fair, that France won it, that France were unable to win that game because Kylian Mbappe was Oh no, I think if France didn't have Kylian Mbappe, because none of the other players could be asked to turn up. If France didn't have Kylian Mbappe, I honestly think that it would not have ended well whatsoever for France if it wasn't for him. Giroud can get a free. You can get a 4, was rush through. Good penalty at the end. You can get a 6 for Fana, 6, Coman, 6. Did Coman miss a penalty? Oh, can you just get a 5? Can I say 5? Coman didn't go a 6. Fana 6. Okay, so that's. Oh my. And then yeah, we'll just quickly go through Argentina. Argentina can get Martinez can get a 7. Molina can get a 6. Romero can get a 6. Otamendi can get a 6. 6. Park can get a 7. I'm about to end the stream in a sec, guys. 6. McAllister can get an 8. Yeah, McAllister looked good. Messi can get an 8. I thought he looked great. Alvarez can get an 8. I thought he looked really good. Di Maria, I hate him, but he can get a 7. He was pretty good today. Di Maria as well, to be fair. Yeah, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, of course. 6, 6, 6. Acuna can get a 6. Dybala can get a 6. Martinez can get a 6. And yeah. So yeah, they are all the player ratings done, of course. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I do have to end the stream here, unfortunately, but yeah. But yeah, disappointing performance from France, of course. But yeah, hang on a sec. I might just quickly stay on. But yeah, I'll be back in. I will be back in. I won't be long. I'll be back in a sec. Hang on.